want to ask you something on the vein of figures, right? Top 3 Spider-Man Hot Toys figures. Top 3 Spider-Man, and I know you have some quarter scale. We can use quarter scale. We'll open it up to quarter scale if you want, because there's some pretty good ones, right? And it's funny, Optical, I was thinking about this before we started, and there are some really good ones. And one of the ones actually that I wanted to start with, if I can look it up real quick, was the tech suit. So the Spider-Man movie promo, you could also get the Homecoming one, the Homecoming Spider-Man, because I think that one is just really well done. That's my favorite suit that I've seen so far. And I just think it was the most iconic for me personally, just because of its role in Civil War. And yeah, Homecoming I really liked as a film. I didn't love it on the first watch, but the more I watched it, I was like, I really ended up liking it. And I just love the look of the suit. And Tom Holland's my favorite Spider-Man. So I would give that one. I would also say actually and I'm going to cheat a little bit here. The Tobey Maguire suit. Because that one they've labeled Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. And if I can find it real quick. If I can. I think when I typed in Toby, Sideshow search is so weird, bro. Like there we go. See, if I type in Toby, it'll pop up. But if I type in the actual name, it won't. So Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, I think this is really cool. It's not out yet, but I'm cheating a little bit here. I think this is one of the top 3 Spider-Man figures. Really like that one. One of the other ones, Optical, I'm going to surprise you a little bit. The Hot Toys Advanced Suit Spider-Man.
PS4?
Yep, from the PS4 game. I had this and I ended up selling it at one point, but I still really do like it a lot. The reason I sold it is because I got a good sale for it. So, but I really love the game. I thought the game was really great, and I'm excited to see the sequel. So, Optical, if you had to name your top 3 Spider-Man Hot Toys figures, what would be your 3?
Okay, so when I do top figures, I factor in everything: accessories, price, all that. I guess my number 3 would be classic suit, because it's like $270.
Okay,
it's classic from PS4.
Oh yeah, that's the one they put out recently, right?
I think so. Yeah. The one with a nice base, with a house and everything. So that's third from PS4, because that would work on anything basically. I'm going to cheat a little bit here. Is Miles Morales technically Spider-Man?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. All right. So I'll put that as number 3. I'm not going to put Toby in there, because potentially he could be in there, but he's not out yet. So I'll reserve that later on, but I'll put this as number 1. I'll put this Miles Morales as number 1.
So not the video game one, this one.
That is number 3. This is my number 1, and my number 2 is, because this one's $270, and you can pull off, I don't know, 4 looks for this. It's basically whatever you ask for innovation from Hot Toys. Like, you swap out the mask from the hair, so you got 2 head sculpts, basically 3 with the mask one, interchangeable eyes. The shoes are amazing because you actually make it as a shoe. It's not like you take the pegs out and replace it. It's a shoe. And I know it's not accurate, but they're not going to pay Nike. But it has 2 outfits. There's a lot of looks that you can interchange this with. New body. So for $270, I think it's $270. I mean, it's a steal. That's my number 1. My number 2 is the what was that? What do you call that? Advanced suit?
Advanced suit. The PS4 one?
No. The one from Tom Holland. The second movie.
Yeah. The are you talking about the
upgraded suit?
Upgraded suit. The red one.
Suit. Yeah, I think that's $256. 2 heads, a head sculpt, interchangeable eyes, of course, and all that stuff. It's posable. That one.
It was this one.
It's $251. I mean, it can't be $251 with 2 head sculpts. I mean, you can do all these poses, and it still kind of looks like the Spider-Man of No Way Home and all that stuff. But I think the head sculpt is upgraded. Maybe it looks different, at least from that, and it has the glasses and all that stuff. So those are my, for now at least, for the ones that are released. I love those 3.
Yeah, and this is a really good one, Optical. I had this one too at one point. I had this figure and I really liked it. I ended up selling it though, because I knew with No Way Home, I'm like, there's going to be a bunch of other ones. And I think you could probably still go and pick this one up pretty reasonably. So they actually have a battle damage version of this. So the battle damage only had like a few spots though. It wasn't really like super battle damage, and it wasn't even accurate to the film. Like it
No.
wasn't even, yeah, it was just kind of a thing that they did. But I really like the color scheme on this one. I really like it a lot. Miles Morales, honestly, probably should be in there for me. He probably should be in my top 3, but I don't own that figure. So it's hard to say. You know, I guess I don't own the Toby either, but the Toby I'm just kind of projecting a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Projecting a little bit. But Miles, you're selling me on the Miles optical. I feel like I want to see what the options are for Black Friday for him because I love Spider-Verse so much. I feel like I almost need that Miles. I feel like I
I
probably
think you do. Like
Yeah.
I told you, like I bought Gwen in anticipation of Miles,
Right.
and Miles didn't disappoint. Like the neck piece, they should do that on the next Spider-Man because you see this, he has the turtleneck and it's
Right,
not accurate.
right.
But with Miles, they had a separate neck piece, like a rubber piece that you put on
Okay.
top of it. So I mean, that Miles you could ask really buy 2 if you want to, depending on the price. Because right now it's kind of silly to buy anything for retail.
Right.
So if it goes down, anyone who doesn't own it and likes Spider-Man, I highly recommend that.
Yeah, and the only thing optical, I guess the hesitancy would be if there's another Spider-Verse film coming out. So we might be something else that we like from that too. But that OG Miles, there's something to be said for that. I mean, that's the original
film
Miles.
itself. The film
Yeah.
itself is great.
It's
so
amazing,
I don't,
dude.
yeah, I think you can technically have that representation of that Miles from that film and be okay with it.
Right. And dude, I would definitely put him in the hood, the Spider-Man suit in the hoodie. That's
Yeah.
the look, bro. Because him jumping off the building, becoming Spider-Man at that point, yeah, that's for sure the thing going on. But yeah, man, Spider-Man figures. So real exciting stuff there.